Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. It's about 10:11 a.m. and I might be done for the day. I had my one trade in the morning and it went well. But what were you day trading today? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what was out there and what kind of strategy you were trading for today, because it's been tough. I didn't make a video yesterday. I scratched out a profit yesterday, but my trades were not great. There was a lot of missed opportunities as usual. It's been tough to trade in this market because you have to really adjust your strategies to the whippiness that the market is just kind of it's very hard to trade like you normally would trade. You kind of have to reduce your share size and just be very cautious with your trades. So today you have to have one eye on the SPY, really, because that most stocks, even if there's some news moving them not related to the coronavirus, they're moving with the SPY for the most part. And I was looking at the open, I was looking at a few stocks. I was looking at MU. See, it's a lot of whippiness. It was bouncing off VWAP, so I mean, you could have taken a broad stop and gotten in there, and you would have had a nice move. AMD obviously was on the radar. It's been up above VWAP, so it made a nice move. I was also looking at work, and it's kind of like I put an arrow here because I thought it was going to fall off this cliff, and obviously it didn't. So I'm very happy I didn't get in because it actually jumped a ton there, and that was a nice move if you got that. But that was because the market just started climbing after I think announcement from the White House about closing borders or something. So that's the thing. There's so much news that can happen in day, and it just affects the way that the market operates. So Uber was another one. Nice big drop at the open, but look at this big tail here. There's just no way. Like here looked like it might drop off, just like I was looking at was it work, and I thought maybe that would drop off, and then it came back up. But I traded, it showed up in my volume alert gappers up down list. I traded Yandex, and Yandex had a nice move for me. So I'll open that up a little, but let me look at the daily chart here. Now you can see it gapped down today, had a little 2-bar bounce here from the previous 2 days, but it gapped down, and it was on my radar because I thought maybe it might have a move back up to the bottom of these two tails. But in the pre-market, there really wasn't a lot of action. You can see it was pretty thin. There wasn't much going on, but as soon as the market opened, kind of indecision here, down candle, but it wasn't really picking a side, and then it shot up above VWAP, and then shot up again, and I couldn't get in here. I just couldn't pull the trigger. I probably could have tried to get in around 29, but then honestly, the where I should have gotten in, I didn't see it. I don't think I got alerted until it got up to about here. If I had seen it here, I would have gotten in here at about 29.26 and put my stop below this 200 moving average on this 1 minute chart. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that. I waited until it made this little shelf, formed this little shelf on a 1 minute, and then it broke. You can see it broke this resistance here because it was forming this resistance up down. If it was going to break down, maybe I'd short it down to VWAP maybe, but it broke up. So I got in at 29.76. Yeah, 29.76. Big green bar up after that. I took some out, less than half my shares out, right at the right below 330, because my first target, my 2R was 30.04. And I wanted to make sure I locked in some profits, so I took some out at 29.99, just below 3, because I was afraid it might hit its head on 3. But I didn't get everything out. I've been trying to condition myself to hold on to shares so that I can get some out at my higher R's, let my good trades run. But see, the way that this was moving, I caught it right at the break here, and it went right up. If it had gone a little bit smoother, following up some moving averages on some of my other charts, if it had moved up a little smoother, I might not have been so quick to take out my shares before my first target. But then it kept going up, and I got the rest of my shares out at 30.18. That's my 3R. And you can see there's a little buy triangle there too because of a hockey error. I actually punched in the wrong amount, so I was actually short a few shares, so I ended up having to cover really quickly. Only lost literally less than a couple bucks, so it wasn't a big hockey error. And those were my remaining shares, so it was less than half here at 29.99, and then the rest of my shares out at 30.18. Hockey error, I lost a couple bucks, no big deal. So you can see now it's forming another pattern here. It's forming this, or I should say pattern, it's forming this consolidation here. If it breaks above that, that could be a nice move up again. I'm not going to trade it right now. At the market, I was happy to get what I got out of this. I am not going to trade it because I'm not confident in what the market's doing. It's shooting up a lot right now. The SPY is up big. It's been moving up all day basically, and which is a good thing. I'm really hoping this market starts to get back to normal. We get a base here, and then we can hopefully get back to normalcy within a month or 2 months. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good thing if the market starts to kind of like at least form a base and get some more confidence, so people stop taking all their shares out of everything. But it's a good time to buy long. Everybody says it's too early to buy because you could bottom out. If you scale in, you should be fine. And if you buy the right stocks, I mean, you gotta. I've already bought into a few stocks. You look at things that people are going to need down the road, things that companies that aren't going to be permanently damaged by this big drop caused by fear of a virus. It's you look at utilities, you look at cell phone companies, you look at things like that people are going to go back to spending money on, because those companies will be fine. So, but yeah, Yandex, I was really happy with this move. It looks strong. Obviously, this was a nice strong move. I like this little shelf it formed. That's why I got in when it broke it. And I was really happy I kept to my rules. I could have kept a little more. Now look, it's starting to move up a little more. If I had a little bit more shares, taken a little more shares originally, I might have held on to I might have taken out a third here, and held on to a third for the remainder of the day, maybe put a trailing stop. Again, I can't trust it right now. I don't know. A lot of people are probably selling now because they got caught in a catching knives when thinking that there was a bottom, and they bought in, and now it dropped more, and now it's back up to where they originally bought, so they're trying to get out. It's just too many things that can factor into that. So I'm done, happy about it. Let me know what you traded and why you traded it, what strategies. I'm always interested to learn more about how other people trade, and that's it. And hopefully, if I do trade something later in the day, I'm just going to look for late day moves, anything that kind of looks like a nice beat, a little bit less stressful. I'll post that, but hopefully, if there's nothing there, I won't dip in and hurt myself right now. So that's it. Be back tomorrow.